bad.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it.
Yeah. It's must be StreamYard. It's the only thing I can think.
Now I hear something.
Yeah.
I started to watch the other replay back and it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It was very glitchy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, this might not be happening today, guys.
yeah. Yeah.
We're live, and granted, it takes a second for people to realize. And to come
Yeah.
Even at the store around here, technology's just been wonky. I think the internet actually.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I love to talk about today.
Yeah. Oh, that is bad. I can hear
YouTube
that.
and StreamYard do not want us telling the truth.
No. No.
Okay, you're not hearing any glitching?
Really? Oh. Okay.
I'm definitely.
I hear it. I can hear like a.
Yes.
I don't hear that.
I definitely hear it.
Yeah.
It's the
So
aliens.
The best thing that we can do is while we're talking, guys, try to remember to mute the other ones. Try to mute if you remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying it's much better, so cool.
I'm on my phone and I can't get the darn thing to work. My little, you know.
We started with great examples today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you though, unfortunately, with my phone, I can't do comments really well.
Well, that's okay.
But
we can talk about it. We can touch on it.
Yeah. Yes. So that first question, I tried answering that, sis, with about the how to like come up with ideas for like your content. And like I was telling Courtney is I think there's a certain niche that I try to stay in, but then there's times that, especially if I've got to put in, try to do a video every 3 days, it ends up just being, something I'm committed to. And then the other stuff will just come out whenever I get a minute. So I really don't have trouble with that because there's so much freaking stuff. It's like, I think actually stuff gets put on the back burner just because of time on my end. That's really, about it.
Well, the question would be, are you also releasing stuff consistently? What is your consistency? Is it one video a day? Is it one video a week? Is it, every 3 days? Is it for you guys? What is it?
Every
because
3.
Of time, yeah. Because of time management, I got to do it when I can. And usually, typically, that's around the same times. But if I get an opportunity to put out content, I do it then. And I know consistency is one of the keys, to growing. But sometimes you have to do what you got to do. Because like Carla was saying, a lot in my personal life gets thrown to the back burner and neglected if I know I'm committed to something and have to do this content. And that can get jumbled, especially if you're like me and chaotic. You don't really have a set schedule. And so I just manage it the best way I can and try to stick to in and around the same time if possible.
So for me, I agree with you, sis. I never have a problem coming up with content. As a matter of fact, it's a matter of where do I put this content? Because now I've got my Patreon, I've got different tiers of Patreon, and I've got the free. But I have more content than what I can put out on my channel because I prefer to do it every 3 days. Now, I heard that if you do more than every 3 days, you're not allowing your videos to mature enough in the algorithm. And that's another part we're going to get to today is like the algorithm and analytics and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And honestly, it all boils down to what are you here for?
Yeah.
But now, like your situation where you say that you got to do it when you got to do it, I understand that completely because I get interrupted all the time. It doesn't matter. And some of the things that we were talking about that we were going to talk about in this video or in this live was the things that happen behind the scenes, like that you don't see, like us maybe throwing something because we got interrupted again, or like pausing the video for a second and hollering at our dogs or our kids to shut the hell up, right? Or like lack of respect, whatever it is, right? So I get that whole bit about having to schedule. So over the last couple of days, I must have recorded maybe 10 videos. Okay. Yes. And then you start planning their release when you can't do it. So it's about scheduling. So if you have the time like today to record like 10 videos and tomorrow you've got 20 minutes, then do some scheduling of those videos that you just recorded. It's about time management, right? And the more
Right.
you do it, that's how you become consistent. Is but that for me, some people like to, live in that chaos. I love bringing order to chaos, right?
Yeah.
So that's just like my jam. But and
That's something
being
new I'm trying, but working
right.
out.
So I don't have a problem coming up with things. I have a problem finagling what I'm going to fit in on what day because I have so much content. Also because I am sent so many things and I have to prioritize what I put on my channel because I am sent so many things, right? So, and with the monthly things that we do, I want that also. So I've still got a video that I want to do for the palmistry bit, which has been fantastic, Carla.
Yes.
Love
Thank
all
you.
the
Yeah.
I'm just starting to get to a point
Reading some
on
of
my channel where I'm starting to feel that pressure. So I agree with you. I'm trying to get consistent in that way or find some sort of organization because now it's starting to get where I'm feeling the pressure of needing to be organized.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You did that really fast, Sissy. I have 3 videos recorded, but I need to put together. Work sucks. Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's
Same.
why time management is so important. My full-time job is YouTube and Patreon and creation of decks and books and digital planners and stuff like that. That's my full-time job. Okay.
Right.
So I'm constantly at it. But there's a lot of people like yourself, like both of you, that work full time and are still doing this, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
work full time outside of the house and
Yeah.
that are still doing
It's it's
I
very
feel that,
difficult
Sonia. Ooh, I feel that. Yep.
because when I work and I do get like the free time, it usually I'm so backed up trying to get all that ideas and content out that I'm literally spending that whole day on one video because I just didn't have, the time. But so yeah, it's a little difficult.
Consistency is one of the big things, though, with growth on YouTube is consistency,
Absolutely.
unfortunately. So
Yeah.
people are saying that they love your palmistry, Carla. Love the
Thank
palmistry.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I didn't really expect everyone to try and do a VR every time. You know what I mean? Because it was in process. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Yours was a little bit different. This month was a little
yeah.
bit different, but there was
Mhm.
so much information.
Mhm.
Until you're
Good.
actually studying it, you think, oh man, at least me, I was
Mhm.
thinking, oh, how hard could palmistry be? It's like a lot. There's a lot. So
Right. It's easier to learn it for yourself than it is to try and learn it to read other people's palms, because that's the whole thing. It's like there's so many possibilities with each aspect of your hand. So you're not just learning it for yourself, you're learning for what it would look like in everybody else's hands. And that's where the ongoing learning comes. It's like I'm
Well,
still learning.
What I loved about yours, though, Carla, I've been trying to learn palm, read books, learn these things, but you broke it down in a way that I could really understand and write it out. And just, yeah, I'm still working on it, but it was brilliant.
Well, thank you. I
Very
appreciate it.
digestible. It's very
It
approachable
is.
the way that you handled it. So I'm very appreciative because it is a big thing. There's so much. And like you even said in your last video, there's so much that you didn't even touch on because it's getting into the fine little details of this and your finger shapes and your finger, the fingertips and all that, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you and I were talking about, like, the ring of Solomon, then there's a ring of Saturn. There's also the girdle of Venus. So those are things that I really didn't touch on, but there's a lot of aspects to those.
That can also be kind of confusing because in the books they'll just tell you if you got a line, but it's not technically just the line.
Right.
If it's got to go under a little bit. You and I were talking about it. I'm like, well, I got the line. I'm like, well, everyone's pretty much got the line because
Right. It
that's
has to
where
go
your game
down.
holds, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a difference.
Mhm.
So having somebody that is actually taking classes and researched a whole bunch of information and then presenting it to us like that is a whole lot different, or actually getting your palm read, because you can think something and then, like even the mystical cross,
Yeah.
it's got to touch all four, that's big information.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever, the next question, Carla has a hands-on pro. Yes. She made it fun.
Oh, I love it.
Love it. So have you ever felt burnt out from creating, and how did you recover? You ever felt burnt out? You ever thought
Well, I have, and I kind of regret the way I handled it. So there'd probably be a different way I'd handle that now. I got burned out and was just so overwhelmed with life. I was just like, screw it all, even though I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I just took time for myself, stepped away, and my channel really kind of, plummeted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now I think I would handle that with, like you said, better time management, or try the best I can, or maybe just find other ways to take a break instead of giving up as a whole. Because I think it can become very overwhelming for a lot of creators.
Absolutely. That's where the consistency comes in, because I read that even if you're a smaller channel and you do a video every single day, which they suggest for larger channels, it is not wise to do a video every day because you'll get people that
true
from you. But if you're a smaller channel and you do videos every day, make sure that is something that you can consistently do, because a lot of people have learned that you get burnt out at that pace, and then when you drop off, that's when. So be consistent in whatever you're doing, but be consistent. That's like the number one thing that I've heard, that I've read. So
I like doing mine every 3, and sometimes it'll be 4, just because of the prep that it takes to get it ready for public. You know what I mean? Make sure I got a nice description, make sure the thumbnail's nice, all of the keywords, hashtags, all that. So sometimes it will be every 4, but then, you have to respond to comments and all of that. And for myself, with the busy lifestyle, that's the consistency that I like to keep, just because of all that. Plus, keep up with everyone else's channels. If I'm trying to keep track of my own, then it's hard for me to really give someone else that time. And I think that watching someone else's video all the way through gives them watch hours. It's important, especially the smaller channels. You got to watch it all the way through. And like you mentioned, if you speed it up, they're still only counting the amount of time that you're watching it. So, and I used to speed it up just so that I could try to, but now I don't even do that. I watch it all the way through. And sometimes I even will go back, because I'll watch it while I'm driving and go back and be like, okay, now I want to make sure that I'm commenting on what I remember from the video. So I'll go back and kind of jump through it after I've watched it all. Just so that I can comment.
That's what I do. I watch it all the way through, even if I'm not really watching it.
Right.
I put it on my computer and I'll watch it all the way through. And then later I might go do, 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 just to get the fine points so that I'm still supporting that person if I don't have either the spoons to watch it that day. Because let's face it, we all watch a lot of people, right? We don't, it's not like we are so in on every single video that somebody else does because we've got 50 million things going on, but we want to be supportive. So I'll just let one in the background while I'm doing something else. So sometimes I might not catch everything, but the support is there. I comment, I watch it all the way through, and I like it. That's how I can give support. That's the best I can do. Hi, honey. So burnt out? Absolutely, I have felt burnt out. That's why I have learned how to pace myself. So on days where I try to have nobody here other than the dogs that always are interrupting every video, like 50 million times that you guys don't see.
That part.
One gets started barking, the other one. Burned out from the context of the online. Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's another thing. Are you good at wading through drama? Because in these communities, it seems like there's always drama. Why? I think half of the time it's because they know that it's going to help their channel for a little bit, right? So
but in the long run, right.
That's truth. Big time truth right there. So if you're not seeing it, you're probably not watching it.
Well, things are changing with YouTube now. They're saying, even the bigger channels are saying, and YouTube Studio, that that it doesn't really matter. Your subscriber count does not matter anymore. As a matter of fact, growing is getting new subscribers, not the same subscribers that you always have. That's not growth. So growth is them pushing you out in the algorithm because there's other things that are at hand also. It's not just your subscribers. They're saying that doesn't matter as much anymore.
I do believe that they are trying to keep people that aren't monetized from getting monetized, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff and doing some research that you're not going to make. It's like they don't want to pay what they used to pay, and that they're actually advising people not to count on YouTube for that type of income. Instead, use it to promote your small business or what. Yes, exactly. Your services and like your Patreon and stuff like that, your shop, sell that kind of stuff, but not actually to get paid for videos anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Can I bring up like another point I kind of wanted to discuss and get your views about too? Because I've watched some videos lately and it still seems like that conversation or topic of like aesthetics, what's a real, witch. But my whole conversation on this is, well, what do you have your channel for? What's your goals for your channel? Because I feel like the whole drama communities thing, they can judge others harshly for not being like them and only being a witch, and doing the whatever the issue is, because I don't fully understand it. And then they're looking down upon like aesthetic. But what they're not understanding is those people may have a certain goal with their channel or growing a business, success. And one thing that a lot of content requires is good content, right? Quality. So in a way, I could see why someone would use an aesthetic or. So what are your thoughts on that?
I can't speak for everyone, but barking dogs or cat never bothered me. In fact, quite the opposite.
I know, same.
I would like to say that I think that Oliver's bark is just the cutest bark ever, but Sully's bark is like, he's a beagle, okay? And it is so high pitched. And hopefully you guys are not getting it the way that I get it. I get it. And he's upstairs and I can hear it piercing in my head all the way downstairs. That it's so loud and obnoxious and it doesn't stop. So you think that it doesn't bother you, but when it's 20 minutes that I've had to stop and pause because they won't shut up because there's someone walking on the sidewalk with their dog,
You
I
know,
did that too, but oh,
well, with what you asked, Courtney, I was thinking that I see so many like, I don't know, bitch sessions or whatever, where somebody's just, and it's usually about another channel. I I
right.
get so tired of that.
Yes.
I mean, because again, we get on for our own reasons. We have our own agendas, and it just, I don't know. I feel like that's a waste of time. I understand, I understand that people have opinions and they want to see certain things or whatever, but just do it on your own channel then, do what you
Right.
want to see. Just do it. And if we're putting so much focus on what Joe or Beth or anybody is doing on another channel, then that takes away from your message. I don't know. I just,
Perfect.
ugh,
I think perfectly said.
Personally, I think that one of the reasons that they do it is because the algorithm loves it.
it does.
They are
It
feeding the
does.
algorithm.
It's true.
You,
People like to see
YouTube,
that.
YouTube goes off of where they see a whole bunch of people. Because so if there's drama or you can't be this or you can't do this, and people are instantly like, oh yeah. I mean, they give that
I
kind
know.
of stuff attention.
Yeah.
So it pushes it further in the algorithm. And
Right.
I just do
seen
this.
somebody,
Okay.
Me too.
I just
'Cause I'm
seen
just
somebody who
tired
was
of
a
it.
big uh, content creator talking about somebody else who did not want to talk about her like politics. Yeah, sorry. I'm not talking about politics, YouTube. I'm just talking about what somebody else said in their video.
Yeah.
Don't try to censor us, okay? Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But that they would not talk about those things on their video. And this other person's like, that's ridiculous. Why? And trying to like politics are personal. If you don't want, not everybody is on YouTube for the same reason.
Right. Right there.
So let them do what they want to do. If you don't like it, then don't watch their content. It's that simple. But
Yeah.
for you to make a video in order to try to punish somebody else because you don't like what they're doing with their material,
Yeah.
Right.
it doesn't make sense to me. Other than, are you trying to feed the algorithm and get more views in order
Yep.
at somebody else's expense? Whatever.
I
I
love that.
immediately.
I love that witchcraft can be used to make things happen, but I don't need to say what I'm doing.
Right
You know
there.
what I mean? I don't need to put it out there. I can just do it
Do it.
because I'm putting more energy bitching about what other people aren't doing than I can just do it. Now, I have heard the influencer thing, and that like somebody thinks that that's relevant as far as like we are influencing, but I mean, again, fulfilling what you need to do for your channel is what you are influencing, then it's no one else's business. Again, I do want to comment on this comment.
Yeah.
One thing I have learned about the algorithm
They
is
don't
that
like
if you,
it either.
yeah, no matter what it is, if you interact right away, they think that you're not watching it.
Right.
So that's just something to remember. If it's right away, they think, oh, she's not watching it.
Right.
And then they look at you as a bot. I'm also learning that, like for myself, if my kids watch my stuff, they still have the same address. I'm not getting my watch hours.
Yeah, because I used to do this too, Selena. I literally just learned about this because you still get other creators too that are still saying like leave a comment immediately,
Yeah.
leave. So
Yep.
it gets like, well, what do I do? But the algorithm's also always changing. So
Listen, here's the thing. The rule of thumb that I heard, and this was also the same thing over at TikTok, because it was a big thing that started at TikTok first
Right.
and then came
Yeah.
over to YouTube, is that if you are just liking it right away and leaving a comment, and then, I mean, if you're watching the whole thing, that's one thing.
That's
But if you're not, the first time and you just like it and then leave a really quick comment because you're trying to show support, that can be confusing to the algorithm. So it's better to watch it all the way through, or at least halfway, or even, give it 5-10 minutes before you put that like. That way it doesn't look like it is a bot or something like that.
Yeah, because they're cracking down on anything that looks like a
Everything
bot.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll take your watch hours, they'll take subscribers, they'll take it all. If it looks like a bot, it's gone. And I found out, because I've been doing research, that you have to report it. If they're messing with your watch hours, if they're messing with your subscribers, you have to report it. It's not going to do any good, but they will investigate, because there are real people that are looking at your YouTube account, real people. And if they don't like you,
That's
so
exactly what they do right away.
exactly. And some of them are the ones that are responsible for doing this.
Right.
So you just have to report it, and then they'll investigate it. They may or may not do something about it, but at least you bring it to their attention that there are.
It's better not to watch it until you can watch it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
If you truly want to support, okay? If you truly want to support, because that's what support is it depends on the person, right? Either somebody is on public because they want to be heard, they want to be seen, right? Or because they're trying to do a business, or because they're just, in a community kind of thing, but still they want to be heard and seen, or why else would they be in public? So.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. What is authenticity? Because that's another part of it. But we're going to get to that, okay? Behind the scenes struggles. What's something about being a YouTuber that most viewers would never guess? So you see somebody, Courtney, you and I were talking about this the other day. Her altars, her little area looked so good, but when she panned out in the rest of her room, she's like, don't look. I'm a chaos person. Everything was like all over the place. So aesthetically, it looked beautiful right there. And then you pan out the rest of the room. It's like, what? That's true, right?
You guys want to see my heroin bookshelf? Because
yes. We set the scene. Okay.
Oh, well, hold on.
Does that mean we're inauthentic? Nah.
It's a little embarrassing. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. Yes. Amber knows who we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this person is a big YouTuber, and I had been in previous years a subscriber, and I had unsubscribed, or I got unsubscribed. I didn't know. And then she came across, my feed again, and I started watching her. I was really enjoying her stuff. And then I'm noticing that more and more of her stuff is like this again. And that one came out, and yet again, it's just attacking another person. I was like, nah, unsubscribe. I can't even give this person the time of day. Really?
But the algorithm is loving it.
Loving it. Yeah. So what you watch, you support. That's what you're supporting.
Well, like she said, she just witnessed that happen. A channel she'd never heard of came across her feed, and it was drama. It's like they're like, "Ooh, look at this! Look at this!"
Yeah. So they're doing it right. I mean, they want their channel to grow in that manner. It is going to grow in that manner because so many people just have fucking lives sometimes that they want to just dig into that drama. That's what they want in their life. I don't.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I feel like, I've been saving. I may or may not want to do a live on this, but I've been saving left and right videos, like little clips and memes. Because it shows right there that there are two different views. And for you to say this is right and this is wrong puts you with a very narrow mindset. And then to say that if you can't see both sides, that the words neutral is not a thing. It irritates me because really,
Yep. There's this
And I feel
whole
like we're
thing.
doing that by what we're even talking about here, but you're going to come across this kind of stuff all the time on YouTube. Okay. So what you support, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Courtney. Go
Good.
ahead.
I was just gonna say that whole witch political thing right now is ridiculous, in my opinion. I watched a video yesterday and I'm like, how can you sit there and try to determine and categorize people like, oh, if you're silent? And I'm sure some of it was in relation to some of our chats because it appeared to be. So, I mean, I'm like, look, some of us silent people have been there and done that. You know how many years I was an activist out there, but
And it wasn't for
good.
show. It wasn't being a YouTube warrior. Okay.
Right.
It was actually out there doing stuff.
Not many
That's
people
it.
know I
Show.
was.
Right.
Not many
That's it.
people know I was. And I
Okay.
stopped for my own reasons. Sometimes I realize that silence can be a little wiser in these times, like
You
Rochelle
think?
said, like you said, for various reasons. So maybe we should talk about it. You know,
I'll
I
have
don't
a
know.
little
I
bit
got
of
a lot of
foresight of
views.
things that are coming, that are yet to come.
You
Okay.
can call
Exactly.
your lawmakers. You can create a petition. You can do all sorts of things.
Exactly. Where do you put your money?
You can influence people to do those things, but why cut down someone else because they're not?
You don't even know that they're not.
That's the
Okay.
whole thing.
Exactly.
They're just not showing it on their channel. They're not being public about it. And I'm sorry, but that is wise, especially depending on where you live.
I just had to call my lawmakers, because I got things going on, and you just make the phone call, and do your part. Bitching about what other people aren't doing is it's crap. It's just crap.
It's all air.
What I decide to do with my money, my time, and my support is nobody else's business unless I make it your business, right? And I
Right.
love what these ladies are saying, that they choose to be silent because that is their peace. Absolutely, and that's your choice. What you use your channel for is your choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm not. Everything that's being popularized mainstream, I always question everything that's an agenda around me and critically think for myself and dictate what I want to do. Like, this is my experience, not yours. So you think you know better, screw you.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sick of the judgment, but I mean, I do know that that's what to expect when you get on social media.
Right.
But to push it is just something I don't want to do, and I don't want to watch it.
Right. So how much time do you really spend on one video from start to upload? From like the whole thing? How much time does it really take you guys behind the scenes?
For one video all day, my entire day off. That last review I just did, the first Llewellyn one I did, I literally got up at 5 that morning, waited till my partner went out to work, sat down, got it all ready. And it took me from that morning all the way up until I think it was a little after he got home, and then I still wasn't done with the description and all this other stuff. And the morning before that, I tried to sit and do the same video. You guys will realize if you get the deck, the cards were not in perfect order. Well, you want to know why. I sat down to do it the day before. So actually, I was working on this one video for 2 days because my son, I had a shelf full of all my partners' knickknacks, figurines, his Venom and Marvel stuff above my little filming area. And this stand, it really kind of sucks sometimes. And I didn't know until today when he showed me the legs go out further and I felt dumb. So yeah, I could have saved myself a lot of trouble. and I had it in front of, you guys should see the way I film with this thing to get the perfect angles in between my legs and backwards. And I'm all like this and just trying to make everything. And I'm like holding it like, don't move. But
Don't breathe.
so the shelf fell before, but we put it back up. Then it falls down again, hits this, and it smacks me in the forehead. There went the entire freaking review. I had to try to put the cards back together like halfway through it. So I was like, screw this. And I tried to finish recording. I'm like, I can edit this, that, or the other. And then I decided I'm just going to scrap that and redo it the next day. It was terrible. It was horrible. So yeah, it takes, if I mess up a couple days for one video, one whole day for me.
And then video, guys.
And then kids will come in too. What you doing? I just told you I was recording, son.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Mom. 2 minutes later, what you doing? And then I hear them gaming in the room next door, hollering. And I'm like, boys, I told you I'm about to record. Oh, okay, Mom, sorry, I forgot. We'll go through that about 5 times until finally I'm like, I'm recording. About to lose my mind. I've done started over 5-10 times. And then like Rochelle, you and I were talking the other day, like that face, where we're like, rah! And then it's like for the camera, hi
guys. Oh my gosh. One of the last videos I did this last week, I can't tell you, I'm like, I must have like stopped it and started it. Even one yesterday, I had to laugh at myself. I started it and I go, hey guys, Rochelle here. It's a haul video. And then I stopped and I go, well, that sounded really stupid. So I had to scrap it. But I'm like, oh my gosh, the dogs. And then, I mean, you'll like hear a kid like playing video games, being loud. Usually my son's not like that, but he coughs a lot, or you'll hear him fart because the bathroom's like right next, right? I'm like, oh my God. Or my mom calls or my husband calls right in the middle. What you doing? Oh, you just got off a video I was in the middle of. Now I got to go back and look and see what I said because I can't remember anything I just said, right?
Yep.
Because you're trying to get in that zone, right?
Yes.
So you're like, hi guys, and then you go back.
Yeah.
What about the parts you catch yourself in that you edit out where I'm going,
yeah.
Or take it back, Courtney, edit here.
Yep.
Oh God. Also, I did this the other day. I thought I was recording and I had paused it. And when I paused it, I was recording. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
This was everything. And you can hear me just bitching up a storm as I'm changing things over because I thought it was paused, right? And I'm like putting it into the video, like the editing. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's great.
I need to give myself more. I just delete them, right? But I need to give myself more bloopers for you guys so you can see what really happens behind the scenes. Right?
It would be hilarious.
Same.
Yes.
I'm one that never can find my words unless I do have something to, like a script, and trying to come up with a script takes a long time. And I don't want to just have Chat GPT come up with my whole script, because you can tell the difference. So it takes a little while. You can tell that Sonia definitely puts a lot of work, she writes it all out. And I could understand that because that's the same for me. Because if I don't, yeah.
I write mine out most of the time. Like if I do the what ifs, because a lot of research goes into these.
So good.
There's so much research. And if I don't write all that down, there's no way I'm going to remember that. Then I'm going to be like, oh, I didn't include this really cool thing.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yeah. And that's time consuming. My kids will open up the door and you'll hear them. Mom, son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
my gosh. All you hear a lot is like the pitter patter of the dog's
Yeah.
paws because they're always around, or they'll be whining at the door or whatever. Oh God.
Every time I watch your videos and I hear their little patters, I'm like, oh,
I love it.
I
I
do
It
love
doesn't
too.
it.
bother me. It's just Sully and his obnoxious barking.
Floki. Yep.
It's so, oh my gosh.
It's funny though, because I can look at him and be like, okay. And 9 times out of 10, he'll be like,
He knows.
unless someone's outside.
If you ever see me in a live and the kids are around and you see me doing this,
Right.
it's because the kids are doing something and they know. They just know, right? And I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking in my head, you just wait till I'm not live. You remember? What? They don't remember.
See, I can't do scripts. I'm not good with scripts. This is why I'm always like, and I'll like pause it. I'm thinking, oh, 10 minutes. What was the name again? I don't remember. Oh yeah.
The amount of ums I edit out of my videos is insane.
I don't even try.
Insane.
I don't anymore.
Because there's others that I don't script. And them are the ones I'm yeah, or okay, like I don't know why I'm stuck on those words, but
That's why I made that little clip. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. And I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
you know what I mean.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm the queen of ums, okay?
I got one of those too, and it does cover up a fart every now and again.
Pause. Fart.
It's just my squeaky chair, I swear it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So, what technical hurdles, editing, equipment, software have tested your patience the most? What has tested your patience the most?
Kids.
This stand. All of it.
Interruptions for me. It's interruptions.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's not the technical stuff.
I agree.
That's relaxing, actually. If I get time to edit, it's kind of fun.
Oh.
I really like it. Yeah.
I hate editing.
I don't mind editing. I've got it down to a science. It doesn't take me long to edit anything, right? I'm Bruce with the ums.
Me too.
Oh man. Summer said using my phone for everything while I live off grid. Yeah, and she's got horrible eyesight also. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's difficult.
Yeah. So
I don't know how she does it, seriously. I
know,
don't know how she does it. All right, so algorithm and analytics.
I'm getting better.
Do you find yourself obsessing over numbers and analytics, or do you try to ignore them? Ladies?
Both. It depends on what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do. Like
Right.
before recently, I was just kind of like, I want to be part of the community and grow eventually, but I've really sunk my head into it recently. Now I'm a little more concerned and wanting to explore, see what works, what doesn't, and play with the algorithm. And I really need to get to know it better. But I'm not overly obsessed, but I'm concerned about it, we'll say, because I have an idea on where I want to go.
Good answer.
That is really good. I like, because I am still trying to get my watch hours and they keep taking them. So I look at the little on my YouTube studio, I'll look at the little money thingy, little money sign, and I check that. But the other, I have to be on my computer to see it.
Yeah.
So I just, it's the old, it's still a really good laptop that Tyler had, but it still takes a little bit to boot up. And I'm just like, man.
That Tyler had, the one I gave you, you mean?
Yeah.
That was my computer, not Tyler's.
Oh, that was yours. It's a well,
I
it's nice. It's a gamer. It's got,
have
graphics are great.
$2,000 laptop. Yeah.
It's good. It's just it takes a while for it to boot up and compared to my iPad, and I can't get to any of that on my iPad. I can see though who watches my stuff.
Yeah, on the iPads and stuff on the computer you can't.
Right.
But on the phones and the iPads you can.
Yeah.
Even if they're not leaving comments, you can see that they're watching.
Yeah. I can't see who dislikes my stuff or nothing like that unless I get on the computer. But yeah, it's the community. It's in the community, and you can see who's watching you.
Shush! No, I'm just kidding.
And I always think, well, you're watching me. Why don't you just say hi?
Right. So for me, I think it definitely comes down to the first thing that I asked, and this is the most important question you'll ever ask yourself, in my opinion, if you're going to be a content creator. Why do you want to be a content creator? What purpose do you want to serve with having a channel? Is it just something where you want to be a member of the community? Or is it something that you want to actually grow and be and
Right.
That also be like a place where you can share your products and other people's products and the things that you're passionate about? Do you honestly want to grow, or do you want to just have fun with it? Because that question is going to change how you feel about everything else, right?
Absolutely.
If you want to grow, then algorithm and the likes and the analytics, they're all important things.
Right. It's very true.
So it's up to you what is important. And I am in a growing state and want my channel to grow. Why? Because I'm a creator. I make lots of things. And I also love sharing the things that other people create. So in order to do that and for other people to see it, that means I have to be concerned with my own channel growth.
Right.
So algorithm and all that matters. So do I obsess over it? No. I do what I can. I learn what works and what doesn't work through trial and error, and then I leave it. If there's nothing else I can do about it, I leave it. I still want to have like full control over the kind of items that I put onto my channel, the kind of stuff. So I've talked about doing like reviews of decks and stuff like that. But eventually, I wouldn't mind having Apple reach out with the newest iPads and the newest phones, because let's face it, none of us have big money. So, or like my husband, he's going to try and see, because he loves like certain things that he uses around the house. See if he can't get them for a review. Get them in for a review. Why not?
Sonia asked a really good question, and I've been contemplating this, because sometimes when we watch on the TV, is not everybody can comment. You know what I mean? Like, so.
No, it doesn't. The most important thing that you can do is the watch hours.
That's exactly
what you're getting on a TV. 40% of people are now watching. As a matter of fact, I just watched something that said that YouTube has surpassed most all of your other streaming platforms and everything, like your Netflix, like your Apple TV, it surpassed all of that. So, and that's also because roughly 40% of people are watching on their television.
Right.
Especially in our line of stuff, right?
So why don't we make a little pact right here for anyone that watches this playback, and everyone that's here, that if you are watching on the TV and you want to let that content creator know, but you don't, you just watched it, or maybe you were doing something and we're just kind of letting it play, just go back and leave some emojis that says you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or don't, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody.
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you.
Comment or not. But if you are a content creator and you also want people watching you and commenting on your stuff, then the easiest way to do that is to comment on their videos, and they will follow those comments over to your videos. That's how community works.
Right. Yeah. Because also the bigger you get too, And the more people you want to support, but if they're not showing up in your feeds all the time and you don't have them in your comments, you're going to forget about these people that you intended to support. So leaving a comment helps them go, oh, that's right. Like, I forgot about you, and let me go over and watch your videos now. Because the more you get bigger, the more and more people, your community grows. You want to support them all, but it's just not logical without having your presence there to support back without seeing your presence.
That's why I think,
If you're not commenting, it does hurt you. It does hurt you.
but that's why I said if you are watching on the TV, then if you go back and just leave some emojis that says, hey, I was here, at least, you know what I mean? Because you can go back to your history. I have to do that. It's just that for myself, because I, tend to put that pressure on myself, say, I want them to know that I did watch it. So I try to at least comment on what was in the video. So I have to go back through it. But I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with just leaving an emoji that says you were there, something like that. That way, people don't get hung up on whether you commented or not.
I think that's a matter of also scheduling, because people forget, right? I mean, if you're watching like on your TV and you've got other things going on in your life, and let's say you just watch somebody like 4 of their videos in a row. I tend to do that. I'll binge people because
I do too.
I have to do that. It helps me stay on track better if I binge them, if I've forgotten stuff. So I'll just go through and binge their channel. So you might see comment after comment after comment. But if that's the case, go back and just leave a heart on one of the videos.
Or that. Yeah.
If you watch more like on your TV. But it's because it does help them. It helps it's supportive, but they don't know that you're supporting them, right? And that networking also turns around and helps you.
They're going to make sure they come to your channel and hopefully and support you. And I should clarify, I do watch my analytics. It's just I watch them on my iPad, and I can't see everything, but I can see the performance of my video. That is important to me. So, yeah.
I don't watch all the analytics because the analytics are still kind of confusing to me. I watch a lot of the bigger channels or the channels that release like right from YouTube, or that they work for like YouTube creators and stuff like that, talking about the things that are important to do for the algorithm. And then I do that and I see if it makes a difference. And you can see that in your views, right? And your likes. And so,
I researched it, and it said that even a minute will count towards your watch hours. So you can see that in your analytics if they're not adding up. And believe me, they're not adding up. Yeah. So it's kind of like nickeling and diming people to make sure it takes them a long time to reach anything where they got to pay if they're making money, especially now with that promotion. So, and that's awesome. I agree. I love it too.
I try to keep you guys all informed with what I learn as I go, right?
Yeah.
So the next thing, community and comparison. How do you handle comparison to other creators, especially friends in the same niche? What do you guys think? And what do you guys think?
Like handling, like, I'm struggling
comparing yourself to how other people do their channels. So if you're seeing how they're getting likes, or the kind of content that they're putting out, it's just asking you, do you find yourself, no. How do you handle comparison to other creators, especially friends in the same niche?
So it's been commonly talked about even by bigger creators. You're in a certain community, a certain group, you kind of start out together. You will get some that will kind of rise, maybe some that, don't as much. And it's created a lot of, and then others, it doesn't. Personally, I'm happy for the other creators. I'm happy for my friends and want to celebrate their successes for them. I don't look at them as like a competition, to compare. But do I internally sometimes get discouraged in myself? I think that's a hard emotion to fight. And I don't think I'm the only person who's ever felt that way. Because it
No,
don't
I think
feel
it's
good.
very
You kind of feel like, yeah, you kind of feel like, well, dang. But I don't, I internalize
You
it.
are. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good.
Sorry.
I'm happy for my friends, celebrate their successes with them or other creators. And I internalize and just try to do better, because a lot of it on my channel is my own issues. But
See, one of these questions has come across many times. Stop using logic. I want to play and grow. Don't burst my bubbles. You can do both, sweetheart. That's why it is a balance between both, right? But one of the things that I have talked about many times in the tarot community, new people that were coming in, they would say, well, there's no reason for me to do a walkthrough of this particular deck because there's already 10 decks out there, right? No, you got to get out of that mindset. Do the very best walkthrough that you can of that deck. Share your thoughts about that deck, right? And
right.
if you're anything like me, I am not a FOMO kind of person. I don't fear of missing out of something that I don't want. But I do like pick things apart, meaning I'm going to watch probably all 10 of those walkthroughs before I finally pick a deck. I think walkthroughs are a huge service for people to not just choose if it's something they want, but also choose whether or not it's something that they don't want.
Right.
So, oh, that's a great idea.
I love that. Yes.
That's
TV
cool.
emoji. That's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I mean, there's decks that have been out for years that I never even came across. And then one day I did. So I'm going to go search it to see if I want to get it. So absolutely, I agree with you.
And another thing, you and I just talked about this, Courtney, yesterday, I think, because there was a couple of decks that you wanted and you didn't get them yet, but you're probably going to get them like next month when he sends you the stuff, right? And
Yeah.
that's the case for me. I didn't get all of them, and I wasn't supposed to get it for a little bit of time. And I told my rep, this is for Llewellyn, I told my rep, don't worry about it, I'll wait. Because here's another thing. And I think that people think that if you are the first one to get this new deck out and you're showing it, that you got to like beat everybody to the punch. It's not a competition like that because people don't usually decide the first time. It's usually third time's a charm, or in my case, 5 or 6, 7 times, right? Because I obsess over it and watch it if it's something I want. But if you see a walkthrough that came out of something that was, let's say 3 years ago it came out and it was all popular then, there are people that are coming into the tarot community all the time that are brand spanking new. And they might have not seen that when it came out 3 years ago. So you put out a deck walkthrough of something that you just got that was 3 years ago, and somebody's going to see that and go, oh my gosh. Or I remember this from, a couple of years ago when it was on Kickstarter and I wanted it and then I forgot about it and this happened, and then you do a walkthrough. So it's not a race. It's never a race.
Right.
You don't have to compete.
Right.
You never know, right?
Yep.
Right. And not only that, I completely agree with that. You got to understand too, I feel like some people might like watching one deck reviewer or flip throughs a certain person, and that's nothing personal. So it really doesn't matter at what time you put it out. They might wait for that specific creator to do that. So there's a lot of different things to that.
And I don't care, and especially, and this is something that I teach in my Patreon. If you want to be a deck reviewer, but you don't have any deck walkthroughs because you thought, well, there's so many of them, you're making a huge mistake. Why would they have you be a deck reviewer if you have no deck walkthroughs on your channel? So do some damn deck walkthroughs. Let them see what you've got, and share what you love with other people. If you want to be a deck reviewer, then obviously you love the decks. So share it. This is a tarot community, for God's sake, share it. The heart of the consumer is on the person that's watching, not the person that's doing it, because it's a service, right? I've had more things that I regret purchasing because I didn't see a walkthrough.
Oh my gosh, me too. Me too. Yep. Oh, I love that. Yes. Very good. Yep. Everybody in here,
Okay,
excellent content.
here's a good one, guys. And I bet you if you are content creators, every single one of you has also dealt with this. Okay. Have you ever struggled with negative comments or haters, and how do you handle it?
Better than I used to.
I clap back or delete. I'm trying to be better at not reacting, but I'm pretty creative and just a smart ass a lot of the times. It really sucks. The worst ones for me really are, and I think we all know those ones. You present an idea, a creative idea that you expand on a certain topic or certain knowledges you might have accumulated in your practice or work. And then you always got that one coming in with not to add, there's a difference between adding their perspective and some information they want to share. Right. And then, but you got the other half of that of, oh, I'm going to paraphrase. I am a way better magician than you and way more knowledgeable and enlightened. And you are just full of crap and everyone should come to my channel because you just suck. Something like that. Mm-hmm. But usually
that's comparison, that's jealousy, that's envy. Why would somebody like that?
I know. Yep. Yeah.
I've had a lot of those, especially that's why I haven't been expressing a certain community that I was in for a long time, because it was very, very bad in that community, along with even more disgusting comments that I've received. And it's just, I ain't got time for all that, man.
I have a lot of pent up anger. So when somebody comes at me like that, that is like, thank you. So I respond. And then I pin that shit so everyone else can see what an asshole you are. Okay. Because you give anybody enough rope, what do? Right? I'm definitely not afraid of that. You come at me. I don't care.
There you go. That's right.
I like that.
Yes. I'm subscribed. Believe me, I'm going to come back over, lady. Believe me, I'll be there. I'll be there. Just taking me a little while. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's usually what it is, right? Everyone, if you are reflecting yourself, you're just telling people who you are when you're nasty to someone else.
Exactly.
And that's it.
But there's a difference. There are people that do legitimately come in with good help. It does feel a little bit rough sometimes. I remember the first time I had ever done an altar, right? This was several years ago. First time I had ever done an altar. And I spelled altar ALTER. And the person comes back, this is wonderful, but you didn't even spell altar right. I'm like, damn. Thank you so much. You just saved me a whole bunch because now I'm going to spell it right. And I don't know if they were trying to help me or not, but it did help me, right?
Yeah. I once had one. I felt bad. Yeah. They commented on one of my deck walkthrough. My old ones were friggin' terrible. I mean, I thought I was doing good, but they were terrible. And they commented, wow, your quality. I really can't see the cards very well. Why'd you do this? And I'm like, well, dang. So I privated it, but it is helpful.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Give them their minute of fame, right? Yes.
I did that when I was newer.
Yeah.
I
I'll
would
tell
just
ya.
pin it. Let other
I
people come in and see what
Mhm.
an asshat you are,
Mhm.
and then they'll end up blocking you also because they think you're an asshat also. So
Yeah.
go
I
ahead.
have one.
Yeah.
That one still tags me daily in their community posts that I blocked.
Yeah.
It's been
Somebody's
months now.
obsessed with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Why are
You
you
stalker.
so obsessed with me?
wouldn't you be, darling?
Why, yes.
You look fabulous. That's what
Oh.
they say,
I
right?
love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it happens to me all the time. I have definite haters,
Oh,
and I know that they are people that are subscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
They
Same here.
subscribe just to hate on me. Huh?
Yeah.
I am holding that space in your head. Sorry.
It's oh my
rent free.
goodness. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Where
Yeah.
does that come from?
Let's see
What is
what's
that? I just don't understand that.
Own
I
Jealousy,
insecurity.
envy. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anger management taught me it's not, I'm sorry you feel that way. You should say it's really a shame you feel that way. You know,
Yes,
or you must
absolutely.
have done
Thank you, because that's
it. Maybe that's not good
yeah.
for anger management. I don't know.
I could use anger management. I know I could. Yeah. Yeah. That do helpful critiques. Yeah. It
Right.
can, you're helpful, you love something, and then
Yeah,
it's kind of like parenting. You have to, honestly, you can't just always give out the negative feedback. There's really, why are you watching if that's all you got to give is negative feedback? Give the positive and then say, and maybe, if it's honest critiquing that you think you would like to see something different because you do like that creator, I mean,
right.
yeah.
Right.
Granted, I mean, sometimes that stuff can be privated, a private,
Yeah.
instead of, it comes down to intention. Why did you put it in public? Are you trying to, or are you trying to help? Because you can always private message me also. You know what I mean?
Yes. And that, honestly, I love this because this is it. Why give it energy if it doesn't have anything to do with you?
Right.
And it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Ideally, I would like it to be like
Carla,
that.
go to what
all
Heather
the time,
said.
but
Let's see. Oh, well, maybe you're up above that still. I can't tell.
I agree.
Oh, you are. Construction. Just not that, right?
This one?
Yes. I was a guest on another channel, and after an hour of chatting and having what I thought was fun with chat and the host, I was told that I hadn't shut the fuck up since I had joined the live. What the fuck? Wowza.
Wow. Well, one, and we'll use Jess's words. It is a shame that you had to deal with that bullshit. And I am sorry that you went through that because that's what really?
Did they just want you not to talk? Like,
I mean, were they asking you
That's
questions and
rude.
answering, or what?
that's
I will
horrible.
tell you, I have seen interviews where
Horrible.
somebody is trying to interview the other party, asks them a question, and then starts answering the question for them and doesn't allow them to talks over their guests and stuff like that, which that is rude. But I think the thing is, a lot of people, especially when they're getting started, and I'm not saying that you did this, Heather, not at all. That was not called for. But I have witnessed not everybody should be an interviewer because they don't know how to be quiet
Right.
and let the other party talk sometimes. So, yes. But the thing is, another thing that people don't always see, like these, when we're talking, sometimes there is a lag between us. So we think the other party has stopped talking. So we do end up talking over each other quite often. Okay. But we've come to the fact of we're kind of used to it. If you do, sorry, go.
Right.
It's a part of it.
This I also found through research, and especially like TikTok will tell you the same thing. If it's still given in the very beginning, they will stop. It does mess. They won't push your video out. So a thumbs down can still be given if you've watched the video. It still gives the view. It's still positive interaction. A thumbs down given at the beginning is not.
Right.
And usually
Depends.
that's your hate watchers is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have noticed that YouTube will take those away though. If they know that that they take them away from me.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Especially if it's the same person
That's
every
constantly doing it.
time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I've noticed. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
It is activity still, but when somebody is just doing it just to do this and then get out of it, it does not look good for you.
So, right,
But they
what that's
do
gonna
know.
YouTube wants to know that your videos are being watched and promotable for the whole of YouTube and will be liked, you know. So to push it out in the algorithm, you got to have a lot of good interaction. You got to have a good engagement. And if you're getting thumbs down,
Yeah.
I've done it.
I have
I've done
accidentally. Oh
Damn!
shit! Yeah.
Or even a chat when we're talking and like somebody says something sad and you go to do the care part and you accidentally hit like the laugh, like, oh, you know,
I've done that. Oh my
God. Hi, sweetheart. So yes, that's horrible.
I've done that. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at your grief. I'm so sorry.
Or accidentally hit the thumbs up too, and you're like, I didn't mean that.
Yes. Only came from me on my teaching videos. I get
that.
used to get a lot of stuff for true sidereal astrology. I used to get a lot of it for when I would do digital planning because people are like love their paper stuff. And you know what? Even when I'm doing that's another thing. People talk about show me your work. Don't show me a new deck. Show me your work. The numbers never lie. And I'm telling you that people want to see the new decks. They don't want to see people working through their shit with the tarot. There are definitely people that have been supportive that are doing the work also. But the people that are doing those, you guys know the views are always down on those. Not like showing a deck. I've got a video, haul coming. The haul videos always do more than any other video. And it doesn't take a genius to figure that out because people want to see the goods. Although they say, I don't want to see your decks anymore. I want to see how you use them. But a haul videos, the numbers never lie. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, and it is awful because we've talked about that whole thing with people they think you're teaching them something, then they get all like, but
it's their ego.
It's unfortunate because I mean, I know for myself, if I'm learning something, if I'm teaching what I'm learning, it helps me to retain it. And I'm just so darn excited about something I just learned that I want to share it,
I think it's all in how you approach it, though, if I'm being honest.
It is.
If you feel like your only job is to teach other people stuff that they don't know, then it's your ego that thinks that you've got to teach something that somebody doesn't know. Now, if you're just honestly wanting to share something that you know, that's different. The teacher bit is really difficult because there's a difference between a superiority complex. And if you are somebody that thinks that everyone needs to know that you're the only person that can teach them something, that's a superiority complex. Sorry.
Yes.
So it's a
Debbie said, because we all do have opinions, and emailing, especially, I think that's a good way to get someone's attention if you want to. Yeah, absolutely. Most people have that email on there. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then it's not on there. Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Yes. And see some of the things that you see online also, maybe you don't know what happened behind the scenes right before it went live. You just don't know everything. So when you're watching from that point of view,
I think that's what it is. It's another one of those things. Why, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Because we do all have our own way of doing things, and I've seen plenty of videos where it seems like somebody's trying to teach me about something that feels very kind of gatekeeping type thing, especially when we're talking about witchcraft.
Yeah.
I can understand thinking that that might be something, that, but I would never, I just scroll. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
I just, okay, I don't want to watch it. But I don't even give a thumbs down for that unless I think somebody is, again,
Harmful.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
bitching about someone else trying to deliberately make someone else look bad. Then I might give that a thumbs down.
Right. My friends, if they see something, usually, I mean, it depends on the friends, okay? But my ride or die friends, like, oh, I don't know, Carla and Courtney right here. If somebody leaves me a bad comment, they're like, oh, I'm on this. And they're also going, listen, no.
I'm like, oh, I'm
I'm the
having a
same
bad
way.
day.
Yep,
Thanks.
exactly. Thank you. Yes.
Aw.
Just chatting about music. Yes, I was getting really excited because we were talking about music, and I do remember talking over him a few times, but I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
You do
Me
get
too.
excited
That was,
sometimes, and you were going to say something. See, we're doing it.
I'm sorry. That to me seems like it was more an interview intended for them and what it could do for them. And if you overstep that agenda, I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Right.
speculating here. But I'm sorry. When you get excited, especially, like we interrupt each other all the time, especially when we're excited.
Yeah.
We say sorry to each other all the time. You guys just, we even do that in private chats. Because
Well,
all have
I don't know how many questions were left, sis, but it's time for
Oh.
me to
You got to
start.
skedaddle.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think you can still stay
Do you
on
want to continue?
the
for
live
me?
stream.
I've got just a
I
couple
might
more
do.
questions.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
The only thing you'll have to look at comments on, right? All right. Well, I love you all, and I got to start my rounds picking up kiddos. And thank you so much for
Love you,
being here.
sis.
I love you.
Love you.
Okay, so authenticity and identity. Okay. Do you feel pressure to perform a certain persona on camera, or is it 100% you? I was like, damn it, I really wanted to talk about this.
I feel like it's me, but I feel like there are different sides to me that I can present.
I'm still trying to figure out how to leave.
I used to think
That's not Mississippi. Sorry. This is really what happens.
It is.
Oh, and it's probably going to freeze her on there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Carla, what have you got to say? No. Sorry, Carla, I love you when you watch this back. But, so, yeah, for me, I think that's the whole authenticity thing is kind of funny to me. It really is. I feel like we're not just a specific grouped in personality thing, people. I'm me. Can I be extra? Yes. But I also know I'm kind of an extra person and I know I'm entertaining. Hello, I'm doing a YouTube channel. I don't want it to be boring. Listen, guys, if I was authentic like everyone wanted me to be, this is what my videos would look like. So what if shadow people were real? Oh my God.
Right.
Shadow people, man. I mean, that's me. I'm a very doom gloom person in real life, but then I also have the other side of me that's silly and fun and kind of dumb and just, witty. So it depends on the day, my mood, but I try to put my best energy forward, even if I'm not having a good day, even if I have to fake that a little bit, so that the people that do watch me aren't feeling like, well, why am I here? You know?
Right.
So it's me, but it ain't me. But I still think that's authentic too. Because I feel like we all wear masks, even in public, like you and I were talking about.
Yep. When you go to your job, especially if you're dealing with the general public, let's say you're a cashier or anything where you're dealing with the public. If you're having a bad day, you go, just go find it yourself. Shut the hell up. Like, you do that and go, oh, sure, let me show you where that's at. You have to put your work face on, right?
Yes.
If you're
and it
just
kills me.
if you're just, resting bee face all the damn time because something bad just happened or you just got cut off or whatever.
Right.
I suppose if that's what you want for your channel, go right ahead. But that's not what I want for my channel. Does that mean I'm not authentic? That's just another side of me, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. So is that inauthentic? Absolutely not. That's just my
man,
own self that's on YouTube.
Right. Because, man, let me tell you, I mean, I think a lot of this crap, some of the people screaming authenticity, are still not authentic. Sometimes they like to make themselves look better. Jump on this banner, do this, express this opinion. I want to look better. I want to have this image. It's the popular one. Do you really feel like that, though? We may not. I mean, all of us express ourselves differently, and it's what's authentic, really, when you look at it. What is authentic?
What is authenticity? It's not for somebody else to determine what is authentic of somebody that they're watching on friggin' YouTube or social media. That's what I was talking about earlier. When you see even on Instagram and all these other things, all these beautiful images that people take, or they're showing their best side, is that everything? Are they showing every single aspect of themselves? No. Are we seeing that your man is talking to you behind the scenes right now? No, we're not, right?
How do you know?
Well, it's obvious. And I'm a sidekick. So a sidekick. Right. So I'm so overusing that term. Well, that person's not authentic. Off. Okay. And how do you protect your personal life while still being authentic with your audience?
So protect it. How?
How do you protect your personal life while still being authentic with your audience? Who says you got to share everything?
Right.
You don't have to share everything with others.
Exactly.
Are you different with different people? You have different relationship dynamics with different people, right? Exactly.
I do.
You're being inauthentic, or does that just mean that they're getting a different side of you?
They're getting a different side of me because I try to be vulnerable so I can connect, I guess. I'm an emotional person. I like to feel like I can be like my love language, affection, and all of that. But it's like you only let people so far based on, different aspects of a relationship or connections. And yeah, you're right. You don't have to. And those faces, I mean, that depends on how deep our relationship is.
That's right. You guys are just fabulous. They're still just talking. They were saying Carla doesn't want to go because she could not find the way to get out of here.
I love you guys.
You guys are friggin' awesome.
They are. They're here every time and on point, and they're amazing.
Crohn's Mirror. Is that Sonia? Did you change your channel name, sweetheart? And she says, I have a million sides. I can't put them up because this is on Carla's. So
right.
I can't. Creepy smile. I'll be back. Bobby has gotten people. This is from Selena. Bobby has gotten people not want to talk to him because he smokes and swears.
That'll happen. I've had that.
I can't be anyone but me. Stern Amber can tell I am probably close to the same. I just think that I don't think that we're inauthentic. I think we are complex, right?
Beautiful word.
Beings are complex.
Beautiful word. Yes.
Oh my God, someone needs to make a meme of her face. Carla Carla when she was stuck going out, right? My alter ego fairy side is what I show, but really I am a very optimistic, glittery person anyway. I know. I've told her sometimes she turns on that video and she's like, "Hi guys." And she's so bubbly. I'm like, oh, instantly smile comes across my face, right?
But it makes her viewers feel good. You know, people love that about her. So why would that be? To me, authenticity would be not staying true to yourself. Do you feel bad about yourself inside for what you're presenting or expressing? I never do. I don't feel bad for who I show, or even if I kind of shapeshift depending on who I'm talking. I don't feel bad for that. I feel like it's on me. So if you're feeling like shame or guilt inside because of what you're presenting, and you know that's not you, to me that would be like a form of inauthentic.
Yeah, you know or saying? Imposter syndrome, because you have a lot of people on here that want to call other people out. I've seen that whole thing go through the community. Oh, they're inauthentic. I remember when, if anybody had monetization on their channel. Now, why the hell wouldn't I have monetization? Are you going to make big money off of monetization? No, I'm a tarot channel. Okay, no. But why should YouTube continue to make money off of me, off of all of my content and pushing my content? And it's my content. I put the work in it. They're the platform. Why shouldn't I make at least even a small percentage of that? That would just be on my part. Okay. And if you really don't like ads and you watch a lot of YouTube, then get the premium and don't have any ads. Right? Otherwise, give support to people that you really want to support. That's the way I see it. I don't mind watching other people's ads. So, mic drop. A Crohn's Mirror says, I'll have a decent shirt on and pajama pants. Exactly. That's a behind the scenes thing, right? Yes.
Or I'll put a nice shirt on and I'm wearing my pajama pants. You guys won't see that. Like if I'm in the camera, same ones I wore from the day before, you know. I'm gross, but
are you kidding me? I'll hang my clothes back up. I'll wear them a few times.
Yeah. If you're just around the house,
sweaty and nasty, well then I'm just gonna put it back in there. I'm not doing laundry more than I have to. Be thankful for no smell of vision.
Right. Gosh.
I wish I sounded the way I typed, but then I open my mouth and it sounds so much less eloquent. I just roll with it though. Whatever. That was Amber. I was sleeping but saw in the AM. I don't know what this is. Draven Michael. I don't know what he'd do if I remove the Draven in my channel name. He loves it. I'm the friendliest person, but I got that resting bee face in real life. I came across as unapproachable, but I'm just spacing out. You've talked about
same, baby. I mean, everybody literally thinks I am until they get to talking to me. And at work, I don't hardly am getting to where I don't change. I'm just like, just get your stuff.
So, Summer says, also, I spend way too much time in either PJs or goat smelly barn clothes unless I'm doing a video. Right. I'm on the range. She single-handedly made me never want to live off grid. Yes. I love you, Summer, but I would never want to live off grid like you guys do. There would be the good parts, but there's also a lot of bad parts that people don't even realize, right? Oh, let's see. All right. Let me ask the other questions. We're almost done here. What would make content creation feel more sustainable for you long term?
For me, long term.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Continue to sink my head and focus into it in the direction I want to take it. If I'm understanding it right, am I?
Oh, let me read it one more time. What would make content creation feel more sustainable for you long term? So something that's more like solid, foundational, something that you can keep on doing long term.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I would say the same answer because I have ideas. I have goals where I want it. It's just, I mean, that doesn't mean it ain't going to come with other things outside, you know, the platform itself, algorithm issues, support. You need your people. All kinds of factors play into that, I feel like. But for me, you know, there's things I could do to sustain it the best way that I could, or take your advice. You know, you told me to do other things too outside of don't put you what's that you say
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, meaning you see, I don't want to get Curly's channel in trouble by saying certain things. These are why I say these things in Patreon,
yeah, so
especially
that's
if
okay.
it's something about YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
that's okay. We ain't
But
gotta say it.
just be wise about where you're putting all of your energy. Because listen, we've had people that have done like video games where they were doing it and they were doing really good in video games and monetizing those and making big money. And then what happened?
Got
Ripped
taken.
right out from underneath of them, right?
Yep. I
So
had
you see all
started
these
that.
people that have memberships and all that stuff on YouTube rather than going to other places. YouTube decides, well, we're not going to do this anymore. Bam, it's all ripped away.
Right, because I had just started mine on YouTube, but I plan on expanding that. So for the reasons you took, I mean, you give the best advice.
You see all these AI, the new stuff that was coming out about AI, and YouTube saying that they're not going to support a channel that's all AI. You cannot monetize. Why do you think that is? Because that is what is popping up everywhere. That's what people are seeing. You're seeing all these AI movies that are being created. You're seeing all these AI stories and with
Yeah.
AI voices backing it up. People are watching it. So if people are watching it and they're being monetized, YouTube wants all the money.
Exactly.
So
It's true.
anywho, what would make it more sustainable for long term? Not putting not putting all of my eggs in one basket. You know,
Right.
having other places where you can share information, having private groups, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about, where you can share, because
Good.
even some countries don't even share the same information from country to country. You find out you are in a private chat with somebody, well, that's not what our news says, and they tell you and show you what their news says, and it's completely different. Right?
Yeah.
Do you ever dream about leaving YouTube, or is it something that you see yourself doing forever? Forever.
And ever and ever. I see YouTube as a starting means to an end. Do I want to end with YouTube? That isn't my idea, but is YouTube playing a huge part to get me to that end goal? Yes. Even when I wanted to leave YouTube, and there were times I wanted where I dang near quit for a few months, I couldn't. Like, something kept tugging at me just because all the work, all the stuff you do to put into it, and I do like doing it. But like you said earlier, not having an actual plan or goal for my channel was an issue. And then now I just have greater ideas. I'm thinking beyond, trying to expand it from just YouTube, but YouTube's my catalyst and one of my little buddies that's going to hold my hand through that road. So we'll see, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, as much as I see challenges with YouTube, have seen way more opportunities with YouTube.
Right.
You know, do I think that YouTube is a great community builder? Not really. I don't.
Right.
Because I think that it's a money-making platform. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, but do I think that it can contribute to community? Yes, because I have experienced it. If it wasn't for YouTube, there's a lot of people that wouldn't be in my life. And I am so grateful for that. Right. And I love having a public channel where I can voice my opinions and be heard and validated, and just like most everyone else that's got a public channel, regardless of whether or not they admit it or not, that they want to be seen. Right?
Right. Absolutely. I
That's
agree with
my
that.
opinion. But, so that was pretty much it. The only other things that it says is, what is the weirdest comment that you've ever gotten? Can you think of the weirdest comment any of you have ever gotten?
Yeah, mine is, I don't know if it's appropriate.
It's that good, huh?
I could try something along the lines of, I want to
Oh.
can't say the next words from your highly concerning.
I can't even think about it.
There was I've had people tell me to.
Oh, Amber said that someone recognized her from her fetish modeling days. They've been blocked. Unfortunate crossings of paths I had hoped would not happen. You're already getting YouTube fame, honey.
Did you have a FetLife account too?
No.
Sorry, we won't go there.
No chubby chasers, okay? Sorry. Not for me. Oh, okay. So Debbie said someone wanted to be my friend. Bob's son told me. I got a whole lot of those on TikTok, let me tell you. I mean, every other damn message guy trying to hook up. I'm like, block. Oh.
I got a lot of real ones, but then also Ragnar Lothbrok has messaged me. Even though I knew it was fake, I was still like pretending. I was just like,
Oh yeah, I've had Keanu Reeves. Who else? I've had some other.
Rolo. I mean, they knew I like followed a bunch of Viking stuff.
So funny. I'll be your friend.
Yeah. And he even had Travis Fimmel looking like real clips of his life and stuff on his page. And I'm just like, okay. Because I'm sure he's just gonna slip in my DMs of all and be like, hi, you want to, how's it over there, you know, in the States, you want to have a beer with me, you can come over to Australia. And I'm just like, in my head it's like there were two sides to me. In my head it's like, da-da! And then like here it's like, come on. Who do you think you're talking to?
It's like Eric from True Blood, right? If he was like, hey girl, I love
it's like, can I pretend just for
or Damon. Damon from Vampire Diaries.
Dylan McDermott.
Yeah, my goodness. Don't recall any strange comments. Makes me laugh when King Henry VIII comments on British videos.
Hey, there's been some comments I've loved. People can get creative and it's so funny. If you ever went to a bigger channel and looked at sometimes I go just for the comments. And I wanted to do like a little series where I go and find people's comments on creepy stuff where they're sharing their stories and like read them. I don't know. But some of them comments are great. What was the one?
Debbie said, we're not talking about TikTok. That's the Wild West over there. Because I know she was too.
So I think I've seen like Neo, an account under Neo, commenting under me. They just get creative.
Yes. Debbie's like, Ian Somerhalder. Yes. Amber said, did he ask to pillage your temple?
I would have told him he must bow at my temple first.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. All right,
I
guys,
love
we
that.
are going to end it here. It's been like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh gosh,
This
yes.
is so much fun. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Us. This was a good topic. I didn't ask all the questions, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that always happens behind the scenes, and there's no way that anybody, unless you are privy to what's happening behind the scenes, of knowing, right?
Right.
So I do love seeing the bloopers. It's so funny when I see bloopers. I'll try to do that more. Try to remember to, leave them. But I mean, the bloopers are usually just me cussing, maybe throwing something.
You'd see my camera and stand just fall or smack me in the head, or I can't tell you how many times I've yanked this cord and
Oh my god.
I'm like, I need new equipment, like ASAP Rocky, because this. But
Debbie said, oh, wait a minute. First one of these I was able to watch all the way through. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Debbie said, hang on. Got to cross the moat first. Oh, moat first. I had so much fun. Thank you for the chat, guys. I missed
I
you,
love
OD.
it.
Oh, well, thank you, everyone. Lennon says, do another one, part 2.
We
Maybe
should
we could
do
and maybe add some bloopers, right?
yeah, that'd be fun. Because we
Anyone
also
want to
want
join us? Tell us some of your stories from behind the scenes. See, this is one of the things. The hubby is telling my dog he's got to go. He requires hugs and kisses because he's going back from lunch.
I have to pee so bad.
You gotta pee. Her eyeballs
Badly.
are floating, guys. Can't you see them? All right. Love you guys.
Love you. Thanks for coming, guys.
Bye, guys. Now I hope that this ends because we can't end it. Bye, babe.
Will it just keep going live?
I don't know. Let's just leave and hopefully it'll end when everyone leaves.
All right. Bye.